Welcome back. It is time for our final top 25 of the year. Another awesome season in the books. Congrats to Ohio State for winning the national title. Pretty dang good game. I really thought it was going to get out of hand, but it turned into a good game last night. Again, congrats to Ohio State. We have a new top 25 to cap the season. We'll be back, of course, in the top 25 in the preseason, but we'll have content here in the off season, including ranking the bowl games, and of course, we'll have some, maybe some mock drafts, things like that to get ready for next year. And of course, next year we'll have all our win total previews. But first, we got to cap the season with one final top 25, and let's get it kicked off. First of all, we had two teams leave the poll. Syracuse and Ohio drop out from our post-conference title game ranking, so they drop out after the bowl games. Two new teams jump in, but first we have the others receiving votes. Syracuse, Ohio, Marshall, and North Dakota State all received votes. Syracuse and Ohio receiving votes but dropping out. Marshall, even though they didn't play their bowl game, and North Dakota State, the FCS champions, after beating Montana State, snags a vote. Jumping to the top 25, number 25 is Colorado. They dropped from 20th. We have a tie at 23rd, and you're going to see a lot of that in this one. There was some disagreement. So we have a tie for 23rd. Michigan was unranked. They jump into 23rd. Illinois received votes in that last poll. They jumped to 23rd. Memphis stands pat at 22, and UNLV jumps from 25 to 21. Moving into the top 20, Army drops from 17. They also had that loss to Navy in there. They're 20th. Miami sits at 19, dropping from 16. Missouri jumps from 21 to 18, and BYU jumps up one spot to 17. Iowa State jumps up 3 spots to 16. Moving into the top 15, we start with a tie for 14th. We had Alabama and South Carolina tie for 14th. Alabama was 11th. South Carolina was 15th. SMU stands pat at number 13. And then we also had a tie for 11th, sitting with Indiana and Clemson. Indiana was 10th. Clemson was 14th. Jumping into the top 10, Ole Miss jumps up from 12 to 10. Boise State and Arizona State swap spots. Arizona State jumps Boise State to get 8th, and Boise State ends up 9th. And then Tennessee was tied for 6th in the last poll, ends up 7th. Why is there no 6? Because there's no 5 either. We have a 3-way tie for 4th in this one. It starts off with Penn State tied for 4th. They got a vote for 4th, a vote for 5th, and a vote for 6th, so they end up tied for 4th. They are tied with Georgia. Georgia also got a vote 4th, 5th, and 6th, so they end up tied for 4th, and also tied with Texas. Texas got a vote 4th, 5th, and 6th, and they end up tied for 4th. Sitting at number 3, dropping from the number 1 spot, is Oregon. Oregon, after their loss to Ohio State, they end up dropping 2 spots. Jumping up 1 spot, the number 2 team in the nation, Notre Dame. They were 3rd going in our rankings. They jump up to 2 after making it to the national title game. And of course, the unanimous number 1, they were 5th. Now they're number 1, the Ohio State Buckeyes. If you like this content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your friends. We'll be back next time to recap some bowl games. See you then.